How's it going, everyone? Got a little bit of news to talk about in this video. We got a game delay that I think everybody and their mother saw coming, that being Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. There were already rumblings of a delay regarding this game, but I think everybody already saw it coming heading into 2022. Heart Machine to make a big announcement during the Hyper Light Drifter celebration on March 31st. We'll talk about that, and I want to highlight a couple of new game releases that are dropping today. Lower key titles, but games that I think you should have on your radar. So, first up, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been delayed until spring of 2023. It was initially planned for a 2022 release window. Look, honestly speaking, guys, if you are excited for a game heavily in 2022 that does not have a definitive release date, actually, even if it does have a definitive release date, just assume it's getting delayed so you don't disappoint yourself. Like, I see a lot of people excited for Hogwarts Legacy. Maybe it'll be out in 2022, maybe it won't. Gotham Knights, even Forspoken, which just saw a delay. In my own head, I am assuming that all of those games are not coming out in 2022, because if they do come out in 2022, then it's a pleasant surprise for me. And I know, already, I saw, like, the Twitter post, and everybody, or there was already people posting the Miyamoto quote or whatever. A delayed game is eventually good. A rushed release is forever bad, or whatever the exact quote is. I just think developers should not be announcing release windows until they are absolutely sure that a game is coming. Like Dead Space coming in early 2023. I probably wouldn't have announced that if it was up to me, just because you don't know what's gonna happen in the next year or so. And you're just seeing more games these days being delayed than not delayed. Like, I called it, and many other people called it, the day the Elden Ring release date was announced for January of 2022. People on social media, I had a video up saying that, yo, I think this game is gonna get delayed. It's just a regular thing that is happening, so I think it would behoove studios to announce games later for a release date and then just follow up with a release shortly thereafter. That's my opinion. Maybe I make too big of a deal about it. At the end of the day, is it that big of a deal? Probably not, just because there's so many games coming out. I do want to note their official statement. We've made the difficult decision to delay Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League to spring 2023. That is coming from Sefton Hill, who is the Rocksteady Studios creative director and co-founder. I know a delay is frustrating, but that time is going into making the best game we can. I look forward to bringing the chaos to Metropolis together. Thanks for your patience. Early 2023, by the way, let's say everything hits, could be a banger of an early season for the year of 2023. It's so far away that I don't even like to talk about it, but if you already have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and you've got the Dead Space remake, let's fingers crossed neither get delayed. Man, though, that's a solid 2 games that we already got knowing about in early 2022 here, but we'll see how things turn out for the latter portion of the year, and then whatever other titles. Usually PlayStation drops an exclusive in the early portion of the year, a big exclusive like they did with Horizon. That's generally what PlayStation does. One exclusive for the first quarter of the year, one exclusive for the last quarter of the year. Those are the big exclusives for the year. Generally speaking, that's what they do a lot of the times. Maybe not the first quarter, first 4 months, first 4 to 6 months, and then last 4 to 6 months. So yeah, maybe more so first 4 months and last 4 months. That's generally what they do. I just think about releases like God of War and Spider-Man in 2018, and that seems to be the PlayStation formula. But nonetheless, hopefully the game turns out well. It's been a long time since we've seen Rocksteady drop a game, man. Batman Arkham Knight came out back in, what, June of 2015? By the way, that was another game that got delayed. I remember that game getting delayed. It got announced for, like, fall of 2014, and then immediately got delayed for like 7 months. So yeah, but let's just hope the game turns out well. Brand new IP, I'm sure they're trying to do their best job possible with the game, and we'll see how that ultimately turns out. Alright, moving on from that, Heart Machine to make a big announcement during Hyper Light Drifter celebration on March 31st. Hyper Light Drifter is a fantastic game. Obviously, Heart Machine also recently dropped another game, that being Solar Ash, not quite as well received as Hyper Light Drifter, but also fairly good. Heart Machine will make this big exclusive announcement during an hour-long Hyper Light Drifter 6th anniversary celebration hosted by GeForce X-Play on March 31st at 10 a.m. PT, 1 p.m. ET. Man, X-Play making a comeback is probably one of the coolest stories. I remember just fiending on X-Play back in the day when I was like a kid. Loved watching that. it was just a good time on, I believe it was Spike TV, like it was like Cops would play right before it. It was a good 1 hour block, so to speak. Or no, Cops was after it. I believe Attack of the Show was before it. Yeah, a solid block there from G4, but nevertheless, there is a promotional graphic out as well, so I don't know if there's going to be a Hyper Light Drifter 2, but I'd be all over that. I thought Hyper Light Drifter was a fantastic game, and yeah, I would love to see a sequel for that as well. Lastly, I do want to cover a couple of games that dropped today. Relayer, this is a game that I'm playing through right now. It's a long game, but it's a very good mecha tactical RPG. It's like half visual novel, half tactical RPG. Some amazing mecha sequences that you see whenever you do attacks. You know, they can be rather lengthy, but you can speed them up. But they look pretty damn cool. You have some cool ultimate moves in the game as well. If you're into mecha, if you're into tactical RPGs, and you're into, you know, kind of over-the-top anime stories, because that's definitely what this game has going on for it, check it out. It's a little bit pricey at a full $60, so maybe wait on a discount, but I think it's a fairly good game, and you get a quite lengthy experience out of it as well, so check that out. That is dropping today. Digitally only for now. It will be seeing a physical release, I believe, in May, so you can be on the lookout for that later on in a couple months. And also dropping today is The Ascent. This is a game that dropped on PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X back in July of 2021. Had a relatively positive reception. I played it through Xbox Game Pass, and while it wasn't a game that I would probably recommend to spend the full $30 for, at a sale, I think this could be fairly good. Like, around 10 to 15 maybe. I think that's a pretty good price. If you're into cyberpunk top-down titles, I think you will enjoy it. Interesting narrative here, quite a bit of customization, and I thought the gameplay was solid with some cool visual effects as well. $30 again is a bit pricey for my liking, but I think the game was overall fairly decent, so you can check that out today as well. Again, making the transition from Xbox One, Series X, PC, now to PS4 and PS5, so again, that drops today. That's gonna do it for me. Again, I know I rambled on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and maybe I make too big of a deal about delays more than most people. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. No, when it comes out with an IP like this, it's gonna get quite a bit of attention, and it's more important that they deliver a high-quality game. So yeah, take your time. It's gonna be fine, and hopefully the latter portion of 2022 turns out to be a pretty solid, you know, sequence of a couple game releases. We still don't know exactly everything that's dropping in the fall. Hopefully, we get some clarity on that within the coming months, and we should be as we head into the summer. Heart Machine to make a big announcement during Hyper Light Drifter celebration on March 31st, and Relayer is out today, as well as The Ascent. That's also out today. 2 games to keep on your radar, maybe add to the wish list. Maybe for in the case of Relayer, if you're big into tactical titles, JRPGs, that's something you check out right off the top. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.